Hello, this is Catherine from Accelerated Reader. Today I will be reading My Dad is a Superhero, written by Adrian T. Stokes, illustrated by Sadiqa Akhter. Before I begin reading, I would like to give a big thanks to the author for sending me this book to read on my channel. In the description below, I have included links where you may find and purchase this book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dedication. To my dad, thank you for showing me what a hero looks like. To LB, thank you for reminding me of my powers. To Amani, thank you for giving me a reason to use my powers. I love you all beyond words. To super dads everywhere, thanks for teaching us to fly. AS. It was finally Superhero Day at Mount Virginia Elementary, and the children and teachers were beyond excited about the chance to do something different, as they dressed like their favorite superheroes and walked the halls to their classes. The halls had been decorated with capes, stars, bodysuits, and cartoon drawings of characters and power words. There was no one more excited about Superhero Day than Miss Wilson. She was the school's youngest second grade teacher. She loved all of the spirit days, but was super excited for Superhero Day because she was in charge of the planning committee. She believed superheroes helped children see that there were no limits and that anything was possible. She used the day as a learning opportunity and to stretch the children's imagination. She sent letters home to the parents weeks in advance and told them that on Superhero Day, the children would be dressing as their favorite superheroes. During the day, they would have to give a presentation on why they chose that character and how they thought a day in their life would be. As the children walked into the class early that morning, Miss Wilson commented on all of their wonderful and creative outfits. There were some that had capes and others with tights. There were even some costumes with glow-in-the-dark stripes. There was one little boy who caught Miss Wilson's eye. There was a little boy named Tyler that had on a suit and a tie. "Why, Tyler, you look very sharp," Miss Wilson smiled and said. "But did your mom forget and dress you for Career Day instead?" "No, madam," Tyler said. "I'm aware it's Superhero Day indeed, and I wore the right outfit. Just you wait and see." "Okay," said Miss Wilson. "Well, I look forward to see what great superhero you've decided to be." The rest of the children filed into the classroom and sat in their seats. Miss Wilson beamed with excitement and thought, "Boy, this is neat." As she stood before the class, she said, "We'll start with our treats. I've made superhero breakfast bars for each of you to eat." The children munched on their snacks with excitement and glee. They wondered intently what the next step would be. "Okay, students," she said, "it's time to start our next task. Who wants to go first and tell me the story behind their mask?" The children stood up one by one, anxiously telling the stories of heroes that jumped high and ran fast. Then finally, it was Tyler's turn. He decided to go last. Tyler stood up excited. As he tightened his tie, he stared back at his classmates with their big, anxious eyes. "Okay, class," said Miss Wilson. "Who wants to try and guess who Tyler is?" The hands jumped up and the room filled with names like Peter Parker and Clark Kent. Tyler stood there listening, then smiled and said, "No, that's not it." "Okay, Tyler," said Miss Wilson. "You win. Please tell us who your superhero is." "Well," said Tyler, "for those who can't see, my superhero is my dad, clearly." The room was momentarily silent. Then someone shouted from the back, "Your dad? What kind of superhero is that?" The class erupted in agreement until Miss Wilson took back the lead. "Quiet down, class. There are no wrong answers. Let Tyler explain, please." "Well, Miss Wilson, it's simple. You said we could pick or make any character that was superhuman, that did more than what a regular person could do. I thought long and hard about who I wanted to use. I thought maybe Spider-Man or Superman, but I wanted to be unique. Then I thought maybe Batman or Iron Man, but they felt incomplete. They're just regular guys with power suits. It didn't seem so super to me. But then I thought about my dad, and it seemed like the best idea yet. My dad does amazing things without a suit. There's nothing much more super than that. I know a lot of you don't know him, so I came ready with examples to help show what I'm saying is fact." Tyler took a small piece of paper out of his pocket and fixed his coat. He cleared his throat as he began to read over the writing he'd put on the note. "Exhibit 1, he said. "There's the time we went to the beach and buried him in the sand. He burst right through it. We didn't even have to give him a hand. If that doesn't convince you he's strong, wait, there's more. There's the way he makes one trip to bring in the groceries my mom brings home from the store. It might not seem like a lot, but that's because you've probably never seen my mom shop. She piles things all round the cart, loads it to the top. Then there's the day I learned he could mind read. Whenever I don't know how to ask my mom for something, it's like he already knows what I need. And even beyond that, he can turn my mom's no's to a yes. I haven't decided if he has mind control yet, but I know he negotiates best. I also must mention how he plays with my sister and me. One time he built us a fort in the top of our tree. When we looked out the window, all we could see were trees covered with leaves. I'm certain he turned us into giants because my sister and mom looked like small ants down beneath. And oh, I can't leave out the one time he taught my sister to fly. He threw her up so high, I know she stayed about 10 minutes in the sky. And one time my sister fell off the couch, and he caught her in the blink of an eye. I mean, he was in the other room, but he caught her before she hit the floor, or had a chance to cry. My dad taught me to run, and I think he passed some speed on to me. Thanks to him, I'm the fastest kid on my soccer team. But wait, there's more. I'm not quite done yet. There are a few more things about my dad that I just can't forget. When thunderstorms come at night and sometimes give me a scare, or when I wake up in the middle of the night from a bad nightmare. My dad knows just how to get me back to sleep. He comes and sits with me. He says he'll fight any monster that tries to come disturb my sleep. Last but not least, I must mention how he quails my sister's unwanted tantrums for attention. Sometimes she gets so loud I want to be nowhere around. But when my dad picks her up, it's like a force field of sound. She laughs and she coos, and then she quiets right down. So, my dad's quite super, as I hope you can see. He's strong and he's fast, and he calms storms with ease. He can change minds, make us fly and touch the top of the trees. So like I said, it's simple and quite easy to see that my dad is clearly a superhero to me. When Tyler finished speaking, he stopped and looked around. The kids erupted in chatter. It was an amazing sound. They clapped with excitement and asked Tyler all the questions they had. The most popular was when they could meet his superhero dad. "Okay, settle down," Miss Wilson said with a smile. "Thank you, Tyler, for your presentation. It's one of the best we've had in a while. Now, children, let Tyler go back to his seat. I'm sure his dad would be glad to arrange later meet and greets. But one big thing I hope his presentation helped you see is that heroes are all around you, if you only believe." The end. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the description below, I have included links where you may find and purchase this book.